Welcome to April as National Poetry Month. We are in the R.N. Harris Media Center. This is the Relax and Read Zone. Unfortunately, today our power is out, and so I'm recording this video in the darkness. But we have skylights in the library, so hopefully it'll turn out okay. So our school used to be a core knowledge curriculum school, and there is a sequence of books for every grade level from pre-K to fifth grade. And in each of these books are a core knowledge of poems. And I am going to share with you some of the poems that are featured. I would like to give a shout out to Janelle Harrell, who was an educator here for many years. And she saw what I was doing with the poems. And she said, Miss Glenn, why don't you put them on posters and save them? And so I did. So this is Things by Eloise Greenfield. I Too by Langston Hughes. This is sequence for fifth grade. Edward H. Reynolds, A Wise Old Owl. I saw this poem on poets.org today. Edna St. Vincent Millay, Afternoon on a Hill. One of the things that I love about poetry is you can teach an abundance of language arts skills to children using poetry. And this is one of the ones that I have a good time with the students analyzing. Robert Louis Stevenson has several poems in the core knowledge sequence. I only wrote the first stanza of My Shadow, but this is also a poem that is great to teach to young children. So if you're watching this video and you are a homeschooler, I highly recommend the E.D. Hirsch Jr. sequence. The books are called What Your Student Needs to Know. It has an abundance of information in every subject, and these poems are in those books. Some of the poems are humorous. This is Pre-K, Rumpity Tumpity by Jack Prelutsky. And if you follow poetry, Jack Prelutsky, a lot of the time, he writes funny poems. They just have humor to them. One of the greatest poets of the Renaissance period and beyond is Gwendolyn Brooks. And this is one of her poems, Tommy, from a sequence of poems she published about a Chicago neighborhood. The neighborhood is called Bronzeville, and the name of a collection of poems Gwendolyn Brooks wrote is published under that name. Aileen Fisher Caterpillars is a favorite in second grade, partly because they study the life cycle of the butterfly. And so this is a favorite for second graders. A couple more second grade poems, Christina Rossetti's Hurt No Living Thing and Edward Lear's Limerick, There Was an Old Man with a Beard. This is absolutely one of my favorites, Trees by Sergeant Joyce Kilmer. And of note, there's a North Carolina connection because there is a forest named after Kilmer. Here's another poem, very teachable in the language of poems and authors' choice of words and how a poem can have rhythm and rhyme at the same time, and repetition, and author's purpose, and just how you can utilize a play on words. Eve Merriam's Catch a Little Rhyme. This is often recited on YouTube, and there's a video I usually share with the young people of a little girl reciting this on the top of a building. It is so cute. Robert Louis Stevenson, again, this is a kindergarten favorite, Time to Rise. I usually have the children reciting it with me, and we walk in a circle. It's funny. They like to move with it. So this is a favorite poem, Time to Rise by Robert Louis Stevenson. I should say all the ones that are posted are my favorites, especially Dreams by Langston Hughes. This is probably one of my all-time favorites. I remember reciting this poem in a variety show. We used to have these variety shows at Montgomery Neighborhood Center in Rochester, New York. Shout out to Rochester and my peeps that know what I'm talking about. We used to have like a variety show, and this was one of the poems that I remember reciting in that show one time. So that's it. I'm back at the beginning. I hope you will celebrate National Poetry Month and incorporate poetry as art in your life.